Welcome to qnawire.
So when you're connecting a voltmeter to a battery, say this is a little readout, dial, there we go. There's typically two wires, two probes. They'll be color coded. Let's make this a 9-volt battery to make it a little easier to see, so you can see the two terminals. Right, so these four questions are all sort of dealing with the same idea. But what happens if you only touch one of the meter test probes to the battery? We only connect this one, and this one's left open. You're going to get a reading that's inconclusive. It could read as, depending on the model of the multimeter, you could get infinity, you could just get zero, you could get no connection. And all of these are going to kind of come back to the same reasoning, because voltage is also referred to as, you might see electric potential, but in reality, the full description should be called the electric potential difference, or even just the potential difference, because it's comparing the electric potential between two locations. So you'll get some sort of inconclusive reading if you just connect one. How is it supposed to be connected? Well, you should have one probe connected to one lead and another probe connected to the other. That way, you can measure the potential difference between the two leads. Now, what does this tell us about voltmeter use and the nature of voltage? What I've been saying, that voltage is measured as the difference between electric potential at two different places, which in part D, we can answer by saying, no, there's no concept of a voltage at a particular point. There's always some reference, usually ground, which we set as voltage 0 point. But in the case of a battery, you're comparing it between two terminals. There's no ground to compare here. You're comparing it from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. This is the same concept as, say, in classical mechanics, gravitational potential energy. You have a ball like on top of a table or on top of a hill, and you have potential energy that's like mass times the acceleration due to gravity times the height. Well, that's assuming that there's some 0 point. This height is the height above some 0 point. It could be something lower, but you're comparing these 2 points. So yeah, there's always some reference that you're going to set as the 0 point. There's no such thing as voltage just at a certain point.